If you hadn't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Great morning to you. It's December 11th, 2020, and I would like to welcome you to the King and I Life podcast hosted by myself, Soul Toucher the Poet, and my brother, Son Soul X. Today, we are going to start a segment where we discuss important figures in African American history. And today, we're going to talk about John Mercer Langston. John Mercer Langston, the youngest of four children, was born a free black in Louisa County, Virginia on December 14th, 1829. Langston gained distinction as an abolitionist, politician, and attorney. Despite the prominence of his slave owner father, Ralph Quarles, Langston took the surname from his mother, Lucy Langston, an emancipated slave of Indian and black ancestry. When both parents died of unrelated illnesses in 1834, 5-year-old Langston and his older siblings were transported to Missouri, where they were taken in by William Gooch, a friend of Ralph Quarles. At age 14, Langston took studies at the preparatory department of Oberlin College. Known for its radicalism and abolitionist politics, Oberlin was the first college in the United States to admit black and white students. Langston completed his studies in 1849, becoming the fifth African-American male to graduate from Oberlin's collegiate department. In 1855, Langston was elected town clerk of Brown Helm Township in Ohio, becoming the first black elected official in the state. In addition to his law practice and activities as town clerk, Langston and his brothers Gideon and Charles participated in the Underground Railroad. John Mercer Langston caught the attention of Frederick Douglass, who encouraged him to deliver anti-slavery speeches. During the Civil War, Langston recruited black volunteers for the Massachusetts 54th Infantry Regiment, officially the country's first African-American military unit. In 1868, Langston moved to Washington, D.C. to help establish the nation's first black law school at Howard University. He became its first dean and served briefly as acting president of Howard in 1872. In 1877, President Rutherford B. Hayes appointed Langston U.S. Minister to Haiti. He returned to the U.S. in 1885 and became president of Virginia Normal and Collegiate Institute, now Virginia State University. In 1888, John Mercer Langston ran for a seat in Congress as an independent against a white Democratic opponent. The election results were contested for 18 months. Langston was finally declared the winner and served the 6 remaining months of his term. Langston lost re-election bid in 1890, partly because of his prominence. The Oklahoma Territory town of Langston and the creation in the town Langston University were named after him. John Mercer Langston died in Washington, D.C. on November 15, 1897 at the age of 67. Another important fact of this is he is the great uncle of poet Langston Hughes. Thank you for joining me on this African American History Fact. I am Soul Toucher the Poet, and this is the King and I Life podcast, and we'll be back with another.